Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Bluegrass Truck Series here on V-Speed Racing Network and Bluegrass TV. Glad to have y'all tonight as the Truck Series is going to take on Nashville Superspeedway. Going to be a good one tonight. Going to be a lot of fun. We got almost 30 drivers, maybe exactly 30 here tonight to take on this track. Very fun combo, and I can't wait to see how this thing is going to play out. Let's take a look at the track information. Nashville Superspeedway in Lebanon, Tennessee, opened in 2001. It closed down after a while and then found its way back in 2021 with a little bit of Nashville market resurgence in NASCAR. A little help with Dale Jr., what seems to be a common thing. 38,000 people can fit in this thing, and it's 1.33 miles. It's a little bit shorter than a 1.5 miler with a little bit flatter turn. So makes this track very interesting. You want to get down to the bottom. The top side going to be a struggle. I think the bottom is going to be the fastest all night long, especially down into turn 1 and 2. You won't see anybody up at the top of the track. But it's been a couple weeks. Glad to be back. I'm Eddie Smith, of course, here on VSRN, V-Speed Racing Network. And we're glad to have y'all for what's going to be an amazing race for sure. Look at the point standings. Daniel Cunningham, after 2 weeks ago in North Wilkesboro, Peyton Hubbard had just a horrible race. And Daniel Cunningham able to take over that top spot. You see Peyton Hubbard with those 4 wins, definitely been the dominant truck. But, you know, being dominant, winning 4 times, you know, Daniel Cunningham having a little bit better finishes is now taking over the lead. But that top spot is wide open. You see Chad Ross there in the 3rd position, about 49 points out with that 1 win. So point standing is going to continue to be tight, getting tight as we get down towards the chase. Just a few races left to go before that. So a lot to be fighting for here tonight. Going to be a good one, I would imagine. Going to talk to some drivers tonight. I want to start here early, if I can, with Travis Twitty. We're going to get him up into the booth. Travis, this is Eddie in the booth. You got a copy? Well, man, looking forward to a good race tonight. We're at Nashville in the trucks. Tell me a little bit about this track and car combo for you. Do you like it? Do you hate it? And how do you feel about your chances tonight? You're sitting 17th right now. Still some people left to qualify. How you feel about this car and track combo?
Wasn't expected to qualify as high as I did as far as I practiced, but I'm going to take it and see what I can hold on to.
Well, talking about fuel mileage, that you've got 50% fuel in these trucks. How do you think that's going to play out? What's your strategy as far as you got a stage break at lap 40? How long do you think you can make it on fuel, and are you going to try to stretch it there before the stage? Won't quite be able to make it to the stage break. What's your kind of plan for dealing with that?
Well, I'm the type of guy, you know, if there's an early caution, I avoid that caution. I'm going to top off and try to play the field game that way and see if I can strategize my pits to that and maybe get a late caution in the run and catch a few lap down and make my moves there. You know, it's a game of chances, and that's what I'm here for, take chances.
There you go. I love it. Well, that 29 Chevrolet looking really good tonight. Who's that sponsor on board with you tonight?
It's Elegoo Printers. It's a 3D resin printer. I do 3D custom prints, so mini helmets, figurines, all kind of things. So it's just I take them and I use them as my sponsor. Then I got my Dub Print. My brother, he's got a printing business, and we're just taking it and going with it, man.
All right. Well, Travis, good luck tonight. Thank you so much for talking to me before the race. Good luck out there, and hopefully we'll be talking to you at the end of this thing.
Hey, that would be wonderful if I could get up there and get a podium or even pick up a win. That would be awesome.
There you have it. Travis Twitty, he's ready to go. So appreciate him taking the time to talk to us. And right as we get done, grid is ready to go as everybody going to start to get gridding up really quickly as the session rolls over. And sorry about cutting the ear off Travis early. I think I did that last week. It happens. Not too hurt about it, but got some good questioning. Glad to talk to him, and hopefully we'll talk to him later on. Let's go ahead and get into the grid right here. All right, starting on the front row, your points leader, Daniel Cunningham, with a 30.065, and he's going to take the top spot. Right next to him is going to be Sean Kaiser in that 24 machine. Teammate starting right next to him. Starting in row number 2 is Bobby Hall Jr. in the 3rd position, Eric Parks in 4th. Starting 5th is going to be Wes Wiggin and Lucas Lyons in the 6th position. Starting 7th, Daniel Worthington. Starting 8th, Stephen Page. Starting 9th is 2nd place in points, Peyton Hubbard. And starting 9th position alongside of him is Barrett Morton in the 10th position. Michaela Steffes, I'm going to butcher that name, sorry about that. Starting in 11th, and Christopher McCullough, saw him running up front last week. Going to start in 12th. Kenneth McCullough a couple weeks ago at North Wilkesboro, the winner, the 13 machine. In the 03 machine, going to start in 13th. Alex Healy going to start in 14th. In 15th is going to be Chad Ross and Jim Kaufman in the 16th position. 17th, Dave Sheets and David Brackett. 19th, Cody Anderson. 20th, we'll talk to Travis Twitty. 21st, Ron Morris Jr. 22nd, Jeremy Vaughn. Starting in 23rd is Thomas Hall and Casey Ryback in the 24th position. Brian Terry in 25th and Derek Puckett in the 26th in that Chevrolet number 3. 27th, Drew Prohl and Jeremiah Hobbs in the 28th position. 29th, John Mollahan and Mikael Robinson in the 30th. And then we got more than 30 trucks. I love to see that. Carlton Charles and Michael Cole. All right, everybody getting ready. You see the grid starting to roll off, and we're ready for 100 laps here tonight at Nashville Superspeedway. Let's go ahead and look at the race analysis. Big setups, as always, 100 laps. Stage break at lap 40, 10 points, 10 playoff points for that for the win, all the way down to 1 point for 10th place in the stage. So that's going to be really important. That's going to be right before halfway. We're going to see a green flag pit stop before that. It's going to be interesting to see. And then, of course, no fast repairs. So you got to take care of that truck. It's going to be extremely important. And what should be on there is protect the right front. Manage how you run this race. This track is very line dependent, going straight down to the bottom. But momentum, momentum, momentum. If there, I could put momentum all over the screen right now. That's how important that is. And you're going to see that tonight, as it's going to be something that I probably mention over and over again. But Daniel Cunningham going to lead us down to the green flag. Pace truck is off, and we're getting ready to go green here in the Bluegrass Truck Series. Lap number 1 in the books. Daniel Cunningham is your current leader, but Bobby Hall Jr. is all over the back bumper, looking down to the inside, going to try to maybe get a move, but not quite able to get that run off the corner that he needs. And he's going to fall back right behind Daniel Cunningham. That clean air going to be extremely important. If I'm Daniel Cunningham, I'm thinking I do not want to let anybody go for sure. You see Bobby Hall Jr. get a little bit loose there off the corner. But back here we got a bunch of contact. Peyton Hubbard goes around along with some other drivers. We got somebody sitting still there in the middle of the track. It looks like, I can't see as everybody's going around, as try to get a good view of that, but there's a lot of drivers involved in that wreck. And here early on lap 3 already. I was trying to get back to that battle, as I could tell there were some things going on back there 3-4 wide, and trying to, I was about to change the camera back there to see what was going on, and then boy oh boy, everything cut loose. As we'll try to go back and see exactly what happened. Looked like it might have started with Peyton Hubbard. Let's go check it out here on the replay. Well, maybe we won't for a second. Sorry about that, but yeah, Peyton Hubbard, good Lord. Man, PC problems just happen to everybody, I guess. As looks like for some reason I am not picking up my my second computer. We'll try to get that going for you. As my goodness, just trouble going on. But it started with Peyton Hubbard as there's some contact back there, and he goes around and it just started a melee. We see him already on pit road as they're going to work on a little bit of this issue, try to figure out what's going on. So apologize for the behind the scenes, but everything was working good, and I don't know what happened, but already some championship favorites having trouble as Peyton Hubbard went around. We'll try to get you that real quick if we can. I used two computers to run this. For some reason, it is not showing up. So we'll go back real quick. We'll go on board Peyton Hubbard, and we'll try to take you back to exactly what happened there. You can see it was already happening. Peyton having to move up the track a little bit to avoid that one truck, and when he does, just gets loose and gets up into the wall as he was already committed to that turn. And man, just started all kinds of trucks involved. You see the 03, the 13, all kinds of trucks involved in that one. That was a tough one to start the race for sure. But he is currently sitting on pit road, no fast repair, so this guy's trying to get those damage fixed here early. And I'll tell you what, Peyton having a tough couple races. North Wilkesboro was not able to actually finish the race, and tonight already starting off pretty bad. You don't want any damage. The damage model has improved, but you don't really want any damage here in this series. But we're doubled up, getting ready to go green. Take a look at who we got on cams tonight. Cody Anderson with the driver cam. Definitely appreciate that, as he is currently running in the 15th position. Already made up a couple spots from where he started, but appreciate him having the cam on tonight. All right, getting this restart ready to go here on lap number 6. And Cunningham with the lead. Bobby Hall Jr. trying to get to him, maybe to take that position away. The 24, though, Sean Kaiser gets a great jump with his teammate down on the inside. So Bobby Hall going to have to be on the outside. The 25 with Lucas Lyons right there on the back bumper of the 24. Sean Kaiser, another one of those drivers last week, just had a miserable race. So he is looking to bounce back from that and have a good race here tonight. And Sean Kaiser able to take over that second place. Now the battle is between the 94, Bobby Hall Jr., and the 25, Lucas Lyons, as they come off of turn 4. And Bobby Hall actually blinks out. Bobby Hall fighting back, though, on the outside. I said I didn't think anybody would be able to do the outside, make it work, but he does get the entry of the corner, but you can see off the corner just not able to really do anything with it. We see that at certain tracks where the banking off the corner gets a massive run, but in 1 and 2 here, it's just so flat. It's hard to really get that momentum like you do at other cookie cutter tracks. 3 and 4, it can be done. You see Bobby Hall getting to the outside of 25, but just 1 and 2 just does not work. It's a lot like trying to take the high side in 1 and 2 of Texas. You seem to lose momentum rather than gathering it. Bobby Hall blinks out yet again. So a little bit of connection issues. Got to be a little concerning, but so far so good is Wes Wiggin and the 73 of Eric Parks now joining this little battle as they were battling side by side, allowed these guys to get the draft up through here. and start to run these guys down. Momentum, if you have to lift, if you have to battle side by side with somebody, that really hurts your momentum, and momentum lasts all the way around. These are really long straightaways. We've got almost a 3-wide situation here, and as Eric Parks actually backs out of it, going down into turn 3. But if you ever lose momentum, like right here, Eric Parks is going to lose momentum, and that's going to bring the 56 of Stephen Page right to him. You see how Stephen was able to keep that momentum up in 3 and 4 and is still gaining on that 73. So it's really important in these trucks to make sure that you keep the speed up. If you ever have to lift, that can be a problem. Up front, battling between teammates. Will they race each other, or will they work together, try to pull away from the pack? Currently about a 0.7 of a second lead of the top 2 back to Lucas Lyons. You see there, Lucas leading that second group, third on back. Draft is a big deal here, so you want to try to stay within the draft, especially for the first 10 to 15 laps as the tires start to wear out and that draft becomes less important. You have to lift a little bit early, but you really have to start lifting towards the end of this run. And they only have 50% fuel, so that will tighten up the truck a little bit earlier. And Sean Kaiser is going to take over the top spot, like a little bit of teammate switcheroo there, as they still are maintaining that 0.7 of a second lead over Lucas Lyons. As we got to go through the field a little bit, Stephen Page, who we talked about running guys down there for a second, just getting passed by Michaela in that 49 machine. So Stephen falling back a little bit after being up towards that front pack. Now we got a big move from Jim Kaufman in the 41, looking down to the inside, maybe a little bit not quite there, and so that kind of opens the door for Travis Twitty. Hey, we talked to Travis Twitty at the beginning of the race, and he said he started 20th. He's all the way up to the 29th or 12th position. Not quite the biggest mover, but he is moving. He's doing a lot to get up through the field, as a lot of guys have had some issues, but he's taking advantage of that, trying to stay clean here as they battle here. David Sheets now going to the inside of Travis. As far as your biggest movers currently, it's either Michael or Mikhail. I'm really messing it up. I think it's Michael Robinson. I had Jonah Colbert here last week to correct me on these names, so I'll get them right, but I think it's Michael Robinson. In that number 8, Black Rifle Coffee Chevrolet, up 13 spots and restarted. As you can see, he started at 30 and now running in 17th position, so he is definitely on the move and starting to run down the back bumper of Derek Puckett and Drew Prohl. You're going to see this a lot. There's going to be, as there comes Michael down to the inside of that 3 machine. You're going to see this a lot where as the tires start to wear out and the fuel run, when we get towards the end of it, you're going to see them kind of run single file, not a whole lot of passing. Passing is going to be a premium here in this particular race. You can see, I mean, Michael's having a tough deal trying to make this pass work. As the tires start to wear, that right front becomes pretty heated off the corner. And so you see, so Michael is going to blink out there for a second, but is able to take over that spot. Now the 3 is under fire yet again from Jeremiah Hobbs. They almost make contact between the 3 and the 8, and the 3 is going to get the worst end of it. He's going to lose 2 spots out of that deal. David Brackett now to the inside, and oh man, Puckett is really trying to stop the bleeding a little bit. Now he's going to have to fight with the 38. He's going to move way up the track. Trying to find some momentum, or at least just get behind and get down on the bottom line. Not quite able to do it, and you see the 0-2 starting to run them down. That's John Mollahan. Oh man, the 3 has got to be frustrated at the moment, not able to get down to the bottom, just struggling here. He continues to fall back. the 3 truck just, oh my goodness, it's always the most frustrating thing when there is a dominant line and you can't get in it. And that one little battle just drew a whole bunch of trucks, and Derek Puckett, by the end of this thing, may be back in the 24th position. That top side is just not where you want to be at the moment as he continues to fall. You can see he's getting frustrated. He's coming down on the door, folks, just trying to find a spot to get in and just can't do it. He sees way up the track again. We're going to go 3 wide. As, my goodness, Cody Anderson, I believe that's who that is in that 42 machine in the 91 of Michael Cole, goes down to make it 3 wide. This is for the 21st position, so guys are battling hard back here at the back of the pack. And of course, a lot of these drivers were involved in that first wreck trying to make their way through the field. So a lot of comers and goers. As we check up front, it is still Sean Kaiser, Daniel Cunningham running 1-2. Lucas Lyons has sort of closed up that gap as we go on board with Lucas right here. He was about 7/10, but is slowly using that draft to get the draft from about 9/10 to 1.1 seconds. You still kind of get that draft. It's just important that you don't make a mistake and lose that momentum. So far, Lucas has done a great job of getting himself attached to these 2 drivers and not letting them get away. I think that's really important. And Dirty Air, draft can kind of offset Dirty Air just a little bit. Dirty Air would be tough. Oh, it's Travis Twitty. I don't know what's going on. Travis Twitty, and Jim Kaufman coming down pit road. I saw him drop through the list really quick, but here on lap 23, pit stop's already starting. Travis Twitty had made his way up through the field quite a bit. Jim Kaufman the same, so they're going to try a little undercut here, use this to their advantage. We'll see if that draws anybody else down pit road. Sometimes that will, especially if the leaders do it. We'll see if some guys back towards the back of the pack will draw in anybody coming to down pit road. Jim Kaufman had some sort of issue coming on pit road, but they're going to go a lap down. So they are banking that everybody, no caution comes out and it cycles around. If that happens, they will gain a ton of time. And I think it's a good time to pit because we have a stage break at lap 40. And I don't think the drivers can make it to lap 40. And here comes Daniel Cunningham. He's coming down pit road now, so I think that's a good call to come on down now. You can really burn the tires up because you're going to pit again at the stage. So you really burn those tires up and try to make up some ground, especially if you're around the 10th position. I'd be coming on right now. He's going to get 4 tires if he'll get back on the track. Sean Kaiser is coming around now, and caution does come out. Caution for what? I do not know. Daniel Cunningham on pit road just kills him, and I have no idea what happened. I'm trying to find a driver that's slow. I have nothing on the list here. Let's see if we can maybe find it. But everybody's going to come down pit road here on lap 26 as I have no idea who brought out the caution. So I'll wait for race control to sort of give me that information, and then we'll kind of go from there. I have no idea what brought that caution out. But everybody come down pit road. Daniel Cunningham will obviously stay out. I think he might have got lucky. I'm not sure if he went a lap down or not. We'll see once it all plays out. But he might just cycle around to lead if Sean Kaiser didn't get back to him in time. And that looks to be the case. So worked out for Daniel Cunningham. He will have maybe a lap of a lap on his tires. Not much, so he'll be okay. So it worked out really well for Daniel Cunningham. So an almost a disaster there as the caution comes out during green flag cycle. You can see a lot of drivers in front of Lucas. This is the leader at the moment. You can see a lot of wave around cars. Jimmy Vaughn back in the 23rd position. Drew Pearl, Jim Kaufman, Ron Morris Jr., Barrett Morton. Not Barrett Morton, he is a lap down. So those guys on the tail end of the field, they'll come down. They just made their pit stop, so they'll be able to get the wave around here. But fortunately for them, that's going to put them all the way at the back. So tough deal, but it's still early. We still have a stage break. There's a lot that can go on to get this thing done. And it looks like the 06 of David Sheets, the 56 of Stephen Page, and the 113 of Daniel Worthington is where the incident was. And I'll try to find that for you. But I don't have any indication. There it is right there. Wow. I couldn't have gotten any luckier. That's the 26 of Stephen Page, who gets a little bit sideways. Kind of interesting to see that Iracing would throw that caution. That was definitely an automatic caution. But we just gets a little bit of contact, obviously trying to come down pit road. I don't think 113 was really aware of that. So he's slowing down for that. For the entry to pit road. Actually makes it down pit road. Impressive job by Stephen Page. While that does bring out the caution, it was still a pretty impressive save there. Just a little bit of damage. Shouldn't be anything too bad. So. All right, getting ready to go green. Lucas Lyons, Daniel Cunningham going to be your front row. Sean Kaiser, all teammates there in the top three. Bobby Hall Jr., who we've seen be really, really fast here early, is in the fourth position. And Wes Wiggin going to be right beside him. So get ready to take the green flag. 10 laps to go in this stage. These stage points going to be a huge, huge motivator for this last little run. And I think we're going to see some drivers really push the issue here. Now, as far as set of tires, only 4 sets of tires in the race. So, like right now, we've got drivers who did not come take 4 tires, just fuel. So we're going to see some difference of tire strategy. We'll see who decided to take this. We've got, man, just a cluster, you know what, back here in the back. The 06, 42, and 02 were 3 wide for a moment there. As, man, look at the cluster. Guys knowing that they have to. It was the, I believe, I don't know who that was, got a little bit loose. The 06 of David Sheets. Yeah, so going board with Cody Anderson here. Stuck up in that top side. He's starting to fall that back just a little bit here on the back stretch. You see that top side just will not, just doesn't grip up like you'd like it to. Man, I got to go up here, man. Look at all this, all over the place. Got Belpin. Oh, man, David Sheets and Chad Ross make a little contact there. I think Dave's going to enter in really shallow on that entry. Actually sticks the bottom, though, so impressive job by him as they battle off of turn number 2. It looks like the 83 is going to have the run off the corner. You see Bobby Hall still blinking out there. You got to be watching out for that. Now Oh, make contact. The 49 and the 04. Bobby Hall's going to get squeezed into the wall. Here comes the 42. I don't think that's the 42. I'm not sure who that is. The 02 slides right through that of John Mollahan. Wow, what an incredible sequence there, and impressive that didn't turn out to be a caution. That was incredible driving. So look at John, the 02, able to get a bunch of spots in that moment. Here comes the 04. So the 97 had to check up this Alex Healy. And so the 02 moving forward here. Bobby Hall continuing to drop. Got squeezed into the wall there. Don't know if he has damage or he's just stuck in that outside line. We saw the 3 truck, Derek Puckett, have that same issue earlier. And now he should be able to get down to the bottom if he wants to. But the 73 going to drive down on his door. Oh, my goodness. The 42 gets a little bit loose. Not sure what happened there, but he's able to gather it up. It's good grief. We got cars and trucks going everywhere. We don't have any cars going anywhere. The caution does come out. Maybe Ron Morris had some sort of issue with Brian Terry. Looking back and look at that here. Get sideways there, trying to avoid that wreck. Comes back up on the track, and just gets tank slapped. Oh, there's Peyton Hubbard there as they go around, and my goodness, Brian Terry with a tough deal there. Take a look at that one more time. See, he was just trying to slow down for the wreck. You're going to see the 41 just drive down on him like he wasn't there and goes around. Well, all right. Well, I'm not really sure if that's going to be staged or not. I don't know the rules here as far as when laps are, when we're 2 or 3 laps away. If that's going to be staged, so we'll see how that plays out. Got some guys coming down pit road, so we'll see if there's some strategy calls there. But if you're up towards the front, especially if you're trying to get points for the championship, you want to get those stage points. They'll be incredibly important. So we'll see some drivers trying out some different things down pit road. Right now, your top 10, Lucas Lyons, Sean Kaiser, Wes Wiggin, Daniel Cunningham, Michael Robinson, Christopher McCullough, John Mollahan, Chad Ross, David Sheets, and David Brackett is your top 10. So for a second week in a row, Peyton Hubbard, who was your points leader entering in North Wilkesboro, is now just having 2 horrible races, currently 6 laps down, as he was involved in that last incident as well. So probably with just 100 laps, it's going to be tough to make that up, but he's going to stay in it, do the best he can. We've got a couple people a lap down, Brian Terry, Kenneth McCullough, who was the winner at North Wilkesboro. Got Bobby Hall is just having a terrible time with his connection. Well, just a little over a third of the way through with this thing. We've had quite a few cautions. We looked at the race recap already. Just a couple lead changes, but 3 cautions. And we have a stage break coming up. Take a look at the weather while we're waiting. 86 degrees, so should be plenty of grip in the track. Haven't seen anybody with really a whole lot of handling issues. Just been a little bit of contact. Seen a couple really good saves, but that sort of accordion effect goes all the way back through the field. When somebody checks up, you'll see it just kind of ripple through the field and gets all the way towards the back, and guys are just trying to. It's kind of like when you're at sitting at a red light and it turns green and the person sitting at the line, they go, but it seems like it takes 2 or 3 minutes for you to actually go, and it's just an accordion effect. And that kind of happens here. Well, it looks like we will be getting a restart to the stage break. And I'm so sorry about the technical issues. I have no idea what's exactly going on here, but the second computer just will not work. Been trying, but we're going to focus on the racing from here on out. I've done all I can do. So all of our V-Speed replays will be done manually. But restart here, just a couple laps of stage. Lucas Lyon going to, I assume, take the outside and has a massive restart there. Going to take over the lead and see if anybody can join him as Daniel Cunningham to the back bumper of Sean Kaiser. But we got a whole host of drivers right behind him as the 88 of West Wigan. Going to look down to the inside. We'll see if the 08 can cover it. It can't quite do it. Wes is there. Coming off the corner, he's got to run. We also have a battle for the lead. It looks like Lucas Lyon blinking out as well. West Wigan is there. 1 lap to go before the stage. These stage points are going to be incredibly important. So side by side, 3 wide is 04 of Christopher McCullough. Goes down to the inside. Daniel Cunningham just backs out. And here comes the 02 of John Mollahan. These guys are on fresh tires. They elected to take those tires, but coming off of turn 4, it's a battle side by side between teammates. Lucas Lyon, Sean Kaiser, who's going to get it? And it is Sean Kaiser gets the stage win. Wow, what an incredible race there. There were drivers all over the place, 3, maybe even 4 wide, as you saw some fresh tires coming through the field. Chris McCullough and John Mollahan, but your winner is Sean Kaiser for stage 1. Sean, this is Eddie in the VSRN booth. You got a copy?
I got you.
Well, man, congratulations. What a great race with your teammate Lucas Lyons there, coming to the line to take that stage win. So congratulations as you come down pit road. Talk to me a little bit about your strategy from here on out to try to get this win. You've done pretty good so far staying up front. Last week you just had a horrible week, and this week able to get that stage win. What's your strategy moving forward here?
Pretty much just hope it kind of falls in your lap at this point. You just want to stay out front and don't lose any track position. That's very important here. But yeah, no, that was definitely a good stage, definitely a good start. You know, we were friendly fighting each other. We didn't want to wreck each other, but I was able to dive it on the high side and get it from him. So I apologize to him about it, but I'll take it whichever way I can get it.
There you go. Well, good luck to you. Don't want to hold you too long, but good luck. Congratulations on that stage win.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, that is your stage 1 winner, Sean Kaiser, as he's going to lose some positions off pit road. Looks like some guys taking fuel only. It looks like Christopher McCullough right out in front of him was able to get 4 tires and get out front with a pretty quick pit stop there. Lucas Lyon actually able to beat him out as well. So hopefully, I might need to apologize to him later. Hopefully I wasn't the cause of that. I might have should have waited for him to do his pit stop, but I think he just had a bad pit stop. Looking at the pit stop time, Lucas Lyon had a 13.6 and Sean Kaiser had a 14.6. So a second difference in pit stop time. That's actually pretty egregious. But out front, it's Cody Anderson sitting up front here with some strategy calls. Some guys have pitted different times. We saw some guys come down pit road there on that caution before the stage, not wanting to have any kind of, not worried about stage points, but trying to work on some track position. So I like this call. They've only got about 6 laps on their tires, and if they were smart, they just kind of drove around really slow, waiting for the stage to be over, and then they can cycle up to the front, which is what it looks like they did. So most folks have come down pit road a couple times. I think, I've seen maybe the majority of the people only taking 1 set so far, as there's only 4 total. So 1 that you start on and 3 extra. So you want to be careful not to use those too early. Save them as much as you can, because we saw there at the end of that stage how important tires can be. Those guys on fresh tires were really moving. Well, I've really enjoyed the couple races that I've done so far here in Bluegrass, and I know first week went well. This week, not without its problems. We'll get those fixed. We want to bring y'all the best broadcast that we can, so definitely not going to sit here and have a pity party for myself, but just want to let everybody know that I take a lot of pride in what you get to see here and what I try to bring to the table for you, league, and so we're definitely going to get these issues fixed, and we'll have them ready to go for tomorrow for sure. In the name situation, I know it's always tough to have a broadcaster say your name wrong, but I'll definitely continue to work on that as I get to know everybody, try to talk to quite a few people, and get everybody's name figured out. But, man, I sure do thank Bluegrass for welcoming me in. It's been a lot of fun the last couple weeks. Looking forward to doing the truck series from here on out. Xfinity series for a couple more weeks. Be a lot of fun. Getting ready to go green here after stage 1. John Kaiser, your stage 1 winner, way back in the 10th position. His strategy has brought some guys up to the front. Cody Anderson with the lead. Derek Puckett down on the inside with Daniel Worthington and Alex Healy there right behind him. Slow restart as Cody Anderson really pulls them through the box, and it kind of works out in his favor as he's able to get a massive jump as the battle is for 3rd place. You see the 97 drive down to the bottom, see if he can get to the inside of the 3 truck. Can't do it. The 3's got a massive jump here. We're going to see the difference. You see 3 wide back here between Jeremiah Hobbs, Lucas Lyons, and you see the difference in tires. Is it looks like the 113 has some older tires, is yet to come down pit road, and he is just falling. Oh my goodness, he's bouncing off guys. Oh, this is not good. The 113 really struggling here. I think he is still on the original set of tires that he started on. It's got to be, based on how far he's dropping through the field, just how quick that 113 goes from the second row all the way to the back. Going back up front, still Cody Anderson and Lucas Lyons, Jeremiah Hobbs battling side by side. Jeremiah going to fall back behind the 25 as they kind of get single file from 1st through 5th. Back here, we got double file racing. John Mollahan, Wes Wiggin. Oh my goodness, they make contact. The 0-2 is going to go through the grass. John Mollahan going through the grass. Somebody else is going through the grass too. How quickly that happens, and all the way back to 27th is the 0-2 as he goes through the grass. Definitely not the pass in the grass as he lost a ton of spots. Up front, Derek Pickett, Alex Healy battling side by side. They're going to make contact. Oh, my goodness, and Derek Puckett gets into the wall. Someone else gets in the wall. My goodness. Derek Puckett really close to calamity there as he really knocked the right side off of that truck. Thank God he is in the new damage bottles. He might be really struggling if he was in the old one. We'll see if that truck has any damage that's going to cause him to have any issues. My goodness, what a hard hit there. Is now Lucas Lyon going to the inside of Alex Healy. He will take over that 2nd spot, move Lucas up to 2nd. I broadcast quite a few races that Lucas is in, and man, he has got the speed. I've seen him have a little bit of trouble finishing races. I think he's got the speed to win every race that he joins, but has some issues finishing races. So expect to see him tonight maybe turn the corner here and get a dub here tonight here in Nashville. Maybe a few in a row, but he's always got speed up towards the front. And my goodness, what's going on back here? There's the 88 making all kinds of wild moves, left to right, up to the bottom, up to the top. He is right on the back bumper of Sean Kaiser here. There's battling going on everywhere. I can move the camera 10 times a second and get battles. But the battle, though, for the lead is on as Lucas Lyons has gotten to the inside of the 42 of Cody Anderson. Cody doing a great job, though, of using that top spot to his advantage and holding on. I think the fresh tires of Lucas Lyons is going to win out here, but I think Cody can definitely settle in here. He drives it really hard into 1 and 2, trying to maintain that spot, but that 1 and 2 hotline just hasn't worked. But he actually does a great job of somehow getting that momentum back after driving really hard into the corner. I think Lucas is going to be able to take that top spot here, and he does. But now that opens a door for the 10 of Jeremiah Hobbs. He goes down to the inside, and now you can see Alex Healy waiting in the wings to try to take that away from Cody Anderson as well. So Cody wanted to get down to the bottom. I'm sure that right front is going to take a beating up here. And he's going to continue to see this over and over again, guys. Getting over the outside, it kind of makes you think, oh, it looks like 97 going to drop down. But here we go, battle for the lead. Jeremiah Hobbs down to the inside of the 25. That battle subsides for just a moment as now Wes Wiggins, Sean Kaiser with Christopher McCullough there waiting in the wings. What's Chris going to do? He's going to try to make it 3 wide here. We'll see. See Cody Anderson well out of the groove. He's going to lose another spot. We see some guys really trying to do that top line, but it's just not working out. It just doesn't work as well as I think guys wish it did. Cody now in trouble. He's going to lose a ton of spots. Ford going to go down to the inside. He may get in position here on Wes Wiggin off the corner. I think they're going to be 3 wide, and they are. 3 wide, and actually it looks like Christopher kind of had to back out of it a little bit and let Wes Wiggin take over that spot. Now he's getting pressured by the 83 on the outside on that right rear quarter with danger close here, and Michael Robinson loving that. I'll tell you what, one of the best paint schemes in the session tonight. That number 8 Black Rifle Coffee Chevrolet, he is joining this battle. I mean, there's battles going all over all the track. I try to show everything, but my goodness, this battle right here, where the middle of the pack is, middle of the top 10, excuse me, is really exciting. Cody Anderson, the leader on the restart, continues to fall back. He continues to try that top line. Has really hadn't had much of a chance to get down to the bottom, but you can see it just slowly erodes away as he continues. Now he does have a little bit older tires, about 6 laps on that 42 machine, so like he'll be able to get down to the bottom here and try to stop that bleeding a little bit. Battle for third, Sean Kaiser down to the inside of Alex Healy. Kaiser, your stage 1 winner. Now, second place, Jeremiah Hobbs and Alex Healy were 2 of those guys who stayed out there on that stage break as they came in the caution before. So you're starting to see Alex Healy fall back a little bit along with Cody Anderson, and Jeremiah Hobbs doing a great job as he's right on the back bumper of Lucas Lyons, but I think that tire differential is going to make it tough for him to really do anything unless Lucas makes a mistake here. I think in Jeremiah, you just want to maintain as much as you can, stay as close to that 25 as those guys are battling behind you. He's got plenty of opportunity to try to space this out and not fall back as far as the other guys who stayed out. It's definitely a good strategy because he is up quite a few spots where he started, 26 positions to be exact. So as far as strategy and working himself to the front, using those pit stops. And Jeremiah Hobbs is definitely the winner in that department. Kaiser starting to run him down, though, as Jeremiah Hobbs is in the 31.2, and Sean Kaiser last lap ran a 30.9. Get a run on him here. Let's see how hard does Jeremiah Hobbs fight here, as there's a bunch of drivers going to be behind him. And we've already seen that. You get rooted up out of the groove. You almost wonder why guys don't just put in, and if somebody gets position, you know they're faster, like with Jeremiah Hobbs, just let him go. Try to get back down to the bottom. Don't fight him too hard. And it looks like that might be what Jeremiah Hobbs does. Look at that. What a high iRacing IQ that I've seen out of anybody tonight. Most folks have been fighting on the outside and losing, sometimes 8 or 9 spots. But look at Jeremiah Hobbs does a smart thing and says, okay, you're faster. I'm going to let you go, get right behind you, and try to make it to this pit stop. Right behind this battle is completely Alex Healy moving forward, falling back. You got guys entering the picture that hasn't been here. Alex trying to make that top side. Doesn't want to lose 3 position. Like we may go 3 wide here. The 04 and the 88 make contact. The 04 has to drop back again. I tell you what, that 04 has been extremely nice so far tonight. I've seen a couple opportunities he could turn somebody that kind of put him in a bad situation, but elected not to. But he's trying to go 3 wide here as Michael Robinson was trying to get to the outside. Peyton Hubbard has called it quits after a disaster race here at Nashville Superspeedway. They almost make a little contact as the 04 gets really close there off the corner, trying to make that truck work off the bottom as these tires are starting to wear over 25 laps on some of these guys' tires. You see how difficult it is to make a pass once the tires start to wear out. You need to be able to use the whole track, but you're just not able to. Unless you're Michael Robinson, you just drive right on by. Makes a great pass on Alex Healy. Alex finally able to get back in line. Look at this great battle from 4th all the way back to 8th. Wes Wiggin was sort of the guy on the move there, but I think Michael Robinson looks like to have the strongest truck at the moment in this little group as he has continued to be able to pass folks who's on past Alex with ease back there. No! Wes Wiggin gets really close to that wall. I think he may have made contact. Continue to watch this battle. Goes down to the inside and is able to take that position away, so move Michael up to the 4th position. Wes Wiggin trying to battle back, and Michael says no sir and puts the block on the 88. Michael definitely moving. He's able to match lap times with the leader. Sean Kaiser has been consistently faster than Lucas with that draft, but they have started to pull away a little bit. Sean Kaiser trying to run him down. Should have pit stops starting pretty soon, I would imagine, as everybody is a little bit over 25 laps, so we've seen that kind of be the starting point of pit stops. Who's going to come down pit road first? If you're Sean Kaiser, it might be a good time to come on down and get those tires. Got to undercut Lucas. Lucas down to the bottom of the track. Go watch. Michael Robinson go down to the inside of Jeremiah Hobbs. And will take over that spot as Jeremiah smartly. And you see what benefit that has been for Jeremiah as he's been able to maintain. I mean, he started way back in the back. Only 6 laps on his tires there. But he's been able to maintain the top 5 position because he's been able to just let guys go and let them move on and not fight them too hard, not lose too much time to the guys behind him. He looks like he might lose another spot to the 80 before pit stops. Up front, Sean Kaiser now has closed that gap less than 2/10 now. Had a nice run going down into the corner. Now we have Alex Healy, Cody Anderson, all those guys who had stayed out at the stage breaker coming down pit road to get their 4 tires and fuel. 30 laps to go here at Nashville. When do the leaders come in? We've got more people coming down pit road. Wes Wiggin, Jeremiah Hobbs coming down pit road to make their what might be a final pit stop. As you see, guys are pitting. Their stint now is at 29, so it's going to be close. I wonder if people can make it all the way, especially the guys who stayed out there before that last caution. Well, I wonder if those guys are going to be able to make it to the end. It's going to be close for them as Lucas and Sean have crossed over the 30-lap mark of their stint. So they're definitely good from here on whenever they decide to come down pit road. They have such a massive lead that while somebody might undercut them, there's really no benefit for them to come down early because you take the risk of having a caution during the green flag cycle. So I like this call to stay out. When you start seeing the top 5 come down pit road, I think that can force your hand. I'm Lucas Lyon, Sean Kaiser. I'm running as long as I possibly can. That gives me the best opportunity to maintain this track position. It definitely seems like Sean's a little bit faster. You see lap truck the 113, Daniel Worthington, who's just recently made a pit stop. You're going to see the difference in tires here as they go down into the trying to make his way around, but look at Sean Kaiser. And Lucas Lyons come down pit road. Lucas, is he going to make the commitment line? I don't know. I'm not sure where the commitment line is. I don't see the orange square. But he was danger close of missing that. We'll see if he gets a penalty for that. We'll be watching him here. 4 tires and fuel for these 2 drivers. Down pit road. This is the money stop. You got to do everything just right. Lucas, if he doesn't have a penalty, I think he'll still be okay. We'll see as the jack drops, does Lucas have a penalty or not? Is he good to go? No, he's good to go, so he did make it. Going to come out right in front of his teammate as they come racing off of pit road. Looks like Bobby Hall Jr. is going to come out with him. Bobby Hall been trying to make his way back up through the pack as they're going to be racing off of pit road as he was having some blinking issues. They gave him the EOL, but he is back up here towards the front. Going to almost make contact. These guys trying to get up to speed. You see Daniel Cunningham in the 08 going around to the outside with Jeremiah Hobbs right on his back bumper. Now they're going to run up on the 04. Christopher McCullough, who tries to close off this run. Daniel Cunningham going to go down to the inside. Not quite able to do it. Had some trying to go around with no caution. Watch Daniel Cunningham now under fire from Jeremiah Hobbs. Jeremiah now on equal tires. Doesn't have to really lay over. Oh, he's going to get to the wall. That's not good. Trying hard to work that top-sided 3 and 4, not able to do it. Gets into the wall, very close call. I mean, he does make contact. Maybe it's not too bad, but he is all over the back bumper of Daniel Cunningham. Jeremiah Hobbs, one of the biggest movers in the race. Him and Michael Robinson have really made their way through the field. Goes down to the inside. He doesn't get that great of a run. Andrew Cunningham able to hold him off there. Now, up front, Alex Healy came down 7 laps ago. That allowed him to undercut these guys. But Sean Kaiser and Lucas Lyons battling for this second position as they know that they have a tire advantage. So whoever gets out front here may be the winner. If no caution comes out, that clean air just too important. And right now, Sean Kaiser looking really, really good. He's your stage 1 winner. Now, the hardest thing is, I mean, you might have fresher tires, but we've already seen how difficult it is to pass. If you're Sean, you want to get up there and pass him as soon as you possibly can. It's a tough deal. You want to get up there and go ahead and get that spot, but you have to be careful battling too hard. You might find yourself back in 4th position. You got to pick and choose your spot when you're going to make this pass. I think Alex Healy in a little bit of trouble here. He did a great job of pitting a little bit early, doing the undercut, as Sean actually going to check up quite a bit, going to try to get the run off of turn 2. You see him really check up. Man, he does get a nice run. The 97 going to close off the bottom, make him take the top. Can Sean Kaiser make the top work? We've seen 3 and 4. It's been able to be done. 1 and 2 has been a struggle, but Sean Kaiser gets it wound up on the top side, and I think he's going to have the lead off the corner. He does. Sean Kaiser going to take the lead. He does have fresher tires, but that was an impressive move around the outside in turn 3 and 4. Now I think Lucas may have a little bit more trouble, and no, he will not. Man, what a man move by Lucas Lyons to make that work. So Sean Kaiser, Lucas Lyons back in the top 2 positions. I think the battle is going to be between them, but we've seen Wes Wiggin in that 88 machine be really strong. So can they do something? Can he do something with the top 2? He's going to have to get around Alex Healy first. Maybe a little bit of stuttering on the stream. We are dropping some frames. I do apologize. I don't know if it's my internet or what, but we're going to stay live here as we got 20 laps to go. And man, look at Lucas Lyons trying to take advantage of that lap truck. Sean taking maybe his eyes off of that rear view mirror, and Lucas thought about trying to get up to the outside, just not quite able to do it. Man, look at this, 3 wide. Michael Robinson going through the middle with that lap truck. Wes Wiggin side by side. This is for 4th position as they try to get around Alex Healy. But now here comes Christopher McCullum up into this battle. Look how close Wes is getting. Man, Michael is doing a fantastic job on the outside. What a great move. Now he's going to go down to the inside. He's going to take position away from Alex Healy, who's just struggling here, as he has got the older tires, and now he's going to be under fire from Wes Wiggin. But look at Michael Robinson, man. What an incredible drive. Look at here, 30th to 3rd. He is definitely on the move. And he may have something to say to these top 2 before this thing's over with, as we get down to about 15 laps to go. I know there's battling going on all over the track, but man, it's hard to turn away from this. There's so much going on. As here comes the 04 down to the inside. I think Alex Healy has decided there's no reason to fight too hard here. I know I've got the worst tires. I've kind of made my bet. I'm going to have to lay in it a little bit. You can fight hard, but there's just so much you can do on older tires without putting yourself in a position to maybe get to the wall or having some contact. But up front, see, dealing with lap traffic, that's always really tough. They're able to work through it pretty well. Is the 74 going to stay on the bottom? It's Casey Ryback. Is Lucas going to get a little wide off the corner? But man, look here. Looky here what that's done. That's going to bring in, as they cross the line, Michael Robinson is your fastest truck on the track as these guys are dealing with this lap traffic. Now he's got to deal with it, but it's going to be a little bit easier as the leaders have already gone by. So I think Michael may be able to get up there. We'll watch the lap times as they start to click off. Right now, your top 5, Sean Kaiser, Lucas Lyons, Michael Robinson, Christopher McCullough, West Biggin. Alex Healy has fallen back to 6th place. Jeremiah Hobbs in 7th. Daniel Cunningham in 8th. Stephen Page in 9th. And Eric Parks in 10th. But the battle right here is up front. When's that move going to be made if you're Lucas Lyons? He's right to the back bumper. And we know at this point it's not going to be easy. Teammate or not, they're not going to be easy on each other. And I think the longer that they run, it's going to be even more difficult for Lucas Lyons. It's always tough racing your teammate. I know a lot of people say, oh, I don't race like that, but when it comes to a win, putting the bumper with somebody and moving them up the track is an art, you know. And it's an art that can go wrong. I mean, we saw Dale Earnhardt Sr. give the bump to Terry Labonte, and he goes around. But there are times you can give somebody the bumper, move them up the track, and go around them without causing them to wreck. But you really can't do that with your teammates. That sure does make team chat awkward in Discord when you do that. So not sure if that's even an option for Lucas. But, you know, I don't know these guys 100%, so I don't know what they're willing to do to each other as teammates. But I think you always take the risk of taking both of you out if that happens. So I don't expect to see that out of those two drivers. I've been wrong many a time before. Look back through the field. Bobby Hall Jr. talking about him up in the 6th position. He come off the pit road and he gained all those spots. It looks like because he didn't take any tires. They're probably out of tire sets at this moment, or trying to save one for the end of the race. He's going to fall all the way back to the 9th position after coming out of pit road. That's how he's able to gain all those spots. And another one of those drivers who may have done that, Cody Anderson, now taking what looks to be just fuel only 8, 9-second pit stops. This battle from Alex Healy all back to Eric Parks is wide open. We'll keep an eye out on that lead. As we got less than 10 laps to go, we'll see if Lucas can do anything with it. Right now, we've got an incredible battle between these two drivers. Alex Healy trying to stop the bleeding. And able to take that spot. Alex smartly just lets it go and tries to fall back in line. But it's been some incredible racing. I mean, a couple weeks ago in Wilkesboro was pretty amazing. The racing that we saw with a lot of cautions tonight. A few cautions, but nothing too crazy. But it's been a lot of really good battle. We'll see some contact, and oh man, the 73 of Eric Parks with that wood paneling truck slides in front of Jeremiah Hobbs in that 10 machine. And all of us make contact. I think Jeremiah said, I think I'll try to go to the inside of it. He's looking to the outside of Alex Healy. I'm going to take 7 laps to go, 6 laps to go. Looks like Lucas is starting to fall back quite a bit as we watch this battle. Here comes the 73 down on the apron, down on the inside of Alex Healy. He is trying to take over that 7th position. He's going to take it without much issue at all as Alex really starting to struggle here. 73 up through the field. We'll check in on Lucas. See, losing ground to Sean Kaiser, that clean air, man, just too strong, I think, sometimes, especially if you're equal on skill. You're really trying. You're putting your truck in some weird positions to try to make a little extra speed, try to maybe break through that dirty air. And unfortunately, it looks like Lucas is not going to be able to really do anything with this. He's running basically the same line, but just dump dirty air all over. Truck up ahead. Will that make a difference? Is Sean going to have any issues getting around? I mean, all it could take is just one have to check up for just a second, and Lucas is right there on his back bumper. It's a 13 machine of Brian Terry. Battles have sort of settled here so far. Everybody's starting to get spread out here as the tires are really starting to wear out everybody over 20 or so laps. Got some guys that are going to have to start saving a little bit to make it to the end if it's close on fuel. Gets around the 13 machine without much issue. 3 laps to go here for Sean Kaiser. He just needs to hit his marks, not make any mistakes, and he should be fine. No lap traffic that I can see out in front of him, so he may just focus in on what he's doing. Now, what he's thinking in his head, guys, please don't wreck. Don't wreck. It's the most stressful 3 laps. You don't have anybody on your back bumper. You're all by yourself. You know you're going to win if the laps click off, but there's always that chance that a caution comes out, and then you go to overtime. 3 possible ones here in Bluegrass, so it is it could be tough to deal with that. With 2 laps to go. Once he takes the white flag, though, that is it. Doesn't matter what happens after that. He will be able to get to the start-finish line and take this win. They're coming down the backstretch. I mean, after a horrible North Wilkesboro race, Sean has come out tonight and had the dominant truck, has been extremely good all race long, been up front, won the first stage, and he takes the white flag here at Nashville. And now he's just got to put together 4 more corners, and he's got this thing second back to Lucas Lyons. As he comes down the backstretch, that 24 machine looking fast. He's going to come off of turn 4, and he is going to win here at Nashville Superspeedway. Sean Kaiser, your winner in the 24 machine, led 39 laps, started on the front row, and he is going to take the stage win and the race win. You cannot beat that. That is how you show up in a race. So congratulations to Sean Kaiser as he's going to take the win. Lucas Lyons going to come home in second. Michael Robinson with a great drive, 27 positions gained in the race. He's definitely the biggest mover if they had that award. And what a great run by him. Can't wait to talk to him. I think that's going to be interesting to see his perspective of this race, how he got up through there and got that 3rd place finish. Sean Kaiser doing donuts. We'll wait on everybody to jump into the voice chat, and we'll talk to them. Can't wait to talk to these guys, see what they thought about that race. It was a lot of fun. Sean Kaiser burning them down. Take a look at the standings one more time. This is the pre-race standings, and Sean Kaiser does have a win, so that'll be his 2nd win on the season. Daniel Cunningham comes home in 5th. That's a great race points-wise for him, as Peyton Hubbard, you can see there, was only 2 points behind entering in the race, and he comes home in last in 32nd position. So tough couple races for Peyton Hubbard. Well, all right, we got some interviews to do here. We'll start with 3rd place, Michael Robinson. We'll wait for him to get up in here, and then we'll talk to him real quick and talk to him about the race. All right, Michael is in chat. Let's get him up into the booth. Michael, this Eddie in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Man, what a race out of you. Started in 30th. You drove up through the field and was able to gain more spots than anybody tonight. and with maybe the best paint scheme. I mean, if you had awards in this, you had awards like best paint of the night, biggest mover, I think you would have won all of them tonight. Just an incredible race by you. So congratulations on third place finish. But man, talk to me about that. What's it like starting in 30th and having to drive your way to the field? How did you get up there? Was it pit strategy? Was it just raw speed? What did you need to do to get up front and even have a chance to battle for the win?
Well, my strategy was I didn't want to qualify because I kind of predicted it was going to be like a big wreck going to happen. So when that first caution came out, I kind of spun myself out going to from the front stretch and kind of just got myself out the way. But other than that, I would just I had good pace, just taking people one by one, not over driving it, let everybody else make the mistakes. And I was just rolling, then come to pit strategies, good stage points that I needed. Then just for that final pits, if I just need just one more caution, could have been with Lucas and Sean, but because I know I had top 3 speed but I'll take it. I'll take a top 3 finish any other day.
Yeah, I mean, out of 32 drivers, that's really impressive. But, you know, what I was really impressed by is your ability to manage momentum. This is a momentum track, and especially in the truck. I mean, keeping that momentum up is the way to make passes. And you were able to do that, man, especially in that about fourth to eighth position. You seem to be better at everybody there at just maintaining that momentum and timing it just right where you can get the pass, get around somebody, and not have to waste any time. What do you think is the trick to that? Versus, somebody else who might fight really hard, kind of get stuck racing side by side at a track like this. What do you think the trick is to timing that momentum just right and making those passes quick? That seemed to be maybe the biggest thing for you.
Oh, just gotta make sure because track position is always key. So how I did it was just let off the throttle a little bit, just tap the brakes, and then somebody else in front of me just let them make the slip up. So that's why I saw like a couple of times people were slipping up in front of me, and that's how I just kept my momentum going and just keep passing trucks left and right, which I definitely needed that. But other than that, it was great.
Yeah, it looked like a lot of fun out there. You were making some wild moves, and it was awesome to watch you guys race. So, man, congratulations on third place, man. That was awesome. 27 spots you gained in the race, and you come home in third. As always, man, who do you got to thank? Any sponsors, shout-outs tonight?
I want to shout out to my friends, my teammate Jeremiah, my friend Justin. He always watches Bluegrass almost every week. And then just can't wait to get on to Daytona because I know that's going to be a crazy race for next week, and I'm up to it.
All right. Well, there you have Michael Robinson comes home in third position, and he just an incredible drive by him. Well, all right. Well, let's talk to our second place finisher, Lucas Lyons, who comes home in second place. Lucas is Eddie in the booth. You got a copy?
Hey, Eddie.
Well, man, you were up there battling all race long. I mean, you started in sixth position, but quickly made your way up to the front. JC Motorsports Ford F-150 looked pretty strong tonight. Sean Kaiser was able to get around you, and it looked like there at the end just come up a little bit short. But, yeah, tell me about your race, man. I mean, y'all were up there battling really, really hard. It seemed like you had a really fast truck. What more did you need there at the end to maybe to get Sean?
I definitely needed clean air. I totally didn't I underestimated how important clean air was. You know, when we were behind Alex Healy, Sean got past me, and I was like, well, when we get past Alex, it'd probably open up an opportunity to maybe let me get by him again. But when I was behind him, I just ended up cooking the right front off of it. He just saved it a little bit better. I'm actually pretty surprised on how well I kept with him, and then lap traffic kind of screwed me over a little bit there at the end. And Sean just did a little bit better job going through it and all that. But it kind of sucks getting second. But I'd rather get second to a teammate than someone else on another team. So a huge congratulations to Sean, man. I mean, he ran a pretty good race there. I just need a little bit more of a longer run speed and some clean air to get by him.
Well, Second place, nothing too shabby. I mean, just you had some really awesome racing throughout the whole race, side by side, able to work top and bottom. And so second place, congratulations on that, man. And who you got to thank tonight? Any sponsor shout outs?
I want to thank JC Motorsports, Jonah Colbert for having me on the team, Daniel Cunningham, Barrett Morton, Sean Kaiser. 25 always comes after 24, so seems like he'll always get a better finish for the most part. But I want to thank Fearless Creations, Cofield Asphalt Finishing, on our home loans, my dad, if he's watching, all my friends and family who tune in each week, and you for putting this on, Bluegrass for hosting each and every week, but hopefully we can get them next week.
There you have it. Second place, Lucas Lyons with a great finish, really close, just not quite able to get his teammate, comes home in second place. But let's talk to stage one winner and also race winner, Sean Kaiser. Sean, what an incredible race you had tonight. Won the stage, was up front all race long, able to get around your teammate there on those pit stops, and you never really look back with that clean air. Tell me about the rest of that race. We talked to you before. What do you think you were doing differently than everyone else that you seem to be just a little bit better especially in the second half of that race?
Yeah, like I said when you talked to me before, it was about staying out front. I was concerned, sweating a little bit because it's really hard in traffic. Car gets really, really tight. But the biggest thing is don't panic. Yeah, you got to really back up your corners. Back up your corners. Kind of enter in the middle and get a slow rotation down to the yellow line, and just get a straight shot off. That was the best way to save tires. Lucas was doing it pretty well. I mean, he was saving tires pretty well. He had me sweating a little bit, but just on the long run, I feel like I was just able to do that a little bit more. But it was more about track position, staying out front, having clean air, and backing up your corners. A lot of it's kind of scary because a lot of people like to dive it in here, but you're just gonna wear your stuff out. But when they dive it in, you feel like you're gonna get killed.
Yeah, well, it's incredible to see you come back and win after what was pretty terrible time at North Wilkesboro. So kind of talk about what does it take? It's just sim racing. We're not really racing, but we take this seriously when we show up to race. And to have a week like you had at North Wilkesboro, just a bad race where you're just involved in everything, to come back and win. What does that say about how your focus is for this season?
I got that other win at Iowa a couple weeks ago, and I think it's just important to not, when you have a bad race, don't let it get in your head. I mean, I feel like I'm still working on the momentum from Iowa. I mean, Wilkesboro was bad, but I qualified up front and I was fast. I think I still was able to get a top 15 finish there, just by missing wrecks and stuff like that. So it's just not letting yourself get down and taking advantage of even bad days. Like I said, I just feel like because I was still pretty fast at Wilkesboro, I feel like I'm still working on that momentum from my win at Iowa, and now I got another one, so just keep the train rolling,
Well, you definitely did that tonight. Just a great performance out of you. You led 39 laps out of the 100, and came home with the win. So congratulations, man. Who do you got to thank? Any sponsor shout-outs?
Thank JC Motorsports, Lucas Lyons for doing my awesome paint schemes, JC Graphics. I mean, my teammates, I mean, just like last season, I think I say it every time I win or get an interview. Like, we work very well together. We help each other out. We talk about our lines. And that's why, I mean, I finished first. Lucas finished second. Cunningham finished fifth, so we had 3 cars in top 5. Barrett was pretty fast, but got involved in an early wreck, but he didn't give up. He stayed in it, and it could have been worse for him, but I think he was 15th or 16th. He kind of had his version of the Wilkesboro race. So just clicking as a team, and I thank you for doing the broadcast, and I thank Jason for putting this all together and letting us have some fun.
All right. Well, there you have it. Your winner here tonight, Sean Kaiser, with an incredible win, a little comeback after a couple weeks, a tough race at Wilkesboro. Takes the win here at Nashville Superspeedway in what I'd like to think is a pretty dominant fashion. So congratulations to him. Well, all right. Well, man, I have to apologize. And I know, like I said, I'm not going to have too much self-pity, but definitely having some internet issues so far I figured out. So there might be a little bit of choppiness, so I do apologize. We'll work on that, try to figure out what's going on, especially for tomorrow night. But I hope y'all enjoyed the broadcast. We'll continue to try to make this better. Internet issues sometimes you can't do anything about, but we definitely want to give y'all the best that we possibly can here over V-Speed and VSRN. I'm Eddie Smith, and we're going to call it as we'll go ahead and show the results, and then we'll get out of here. 4 cautions, 9 lead changes during the green flag pit stops, but a lot of comers and goers, especially with that strategy. Sean Kaiser, Lucas Lyons, Michael Robinson. You got Christopher McCullough in the 4th position, 5th, Daniel Cunningham. Wes Wiggin going to finish in the 6th position. Eric Parks in 7th, Stephen Page in 8th, Chad Ross in 9th, and Alex Healy able to hang on to those older tires and come home in 10th. In 11th, Jeremiah Hobbs. In 12th, David Sheets. Jim Kaufman in 13th. 14th, David Brackett. 15th, Kayla Steffes. 16th is Barrett Morton. 17th is John Mullahan. 18th is Drew Prohl. 19th, Michael Cole. 20th, Travis Twitty. 21st is Bobby Hall Jr., 22nd, Cody Anderson, 23rd, Brian Terry, 24th, Derek Puckett, 25th, Kenneth McCullough, 26th, Ron Morse Jr., 27th, Daniel Worthington, 28th, Carlton Charles, 29th, Casey Ryback, 30th, Jeremy Vaughn, and then Thomas Hall are going to come home in 31st, and they're probably one of the biggest stories of the race. Peyton Hubbard, again, another terrible race, is going to finish in 32nd. All right, guys, I want to thank everybody over at V-Speed, Adam Baker, Bradley Cooper, Alec Martinez, and others for the awesome job that they do every week. If you like the broadcast, tonight may not be the greatest example, but definitely go subscribe over at VSRN if you're watching on Bluegrass TV. Definitely go over to VSRN, V-Speed, V-Speed2, subscribe to those channels. If you're on VSRN, go over to Bluegrass TV and subscribe to those channels. We do definitely appreciate cross-promotion. It's good for everybody. But we'll go ahead and get out of here. Thank y'all for watching Bluegrass Truck Series, and we'll see y'all tomorrow night for the Xfinity Series at Nashville. So y'all have a good night. We'll see you later.